welcome everyone. Today is World Meditation Day. And so I thought I'd come on and share a bit. And we'll still do some music. But I want to focus more on the meditation. And create a space for us all to connect. So we'll have a bit of meditation first. And then I'll play a few songs and we'll just kind of hang out. And so I figured to start, before we actually get into the practice, I want to share from one of my favorite books. This is called Wait. Let's see if you can see it. I don't know if the light's too much. Wait by Kwong Lu. Love Letters to Those in Despair. And I don't know if any of you guys meditate or not, but a big part of meditation is witnessing. Being a witness to our inner realm and letting go of harsh judgments, our rigid mind, a rigid way of thinking. And so sometimes we become so rigid or so attached to our busy mind that we don't realize that we're creating a state of suffering for ourselves. The way we're framing our experiences, the way we're holding judgment on others, even though they're just operating in their preferences as we might be operating in our own. And so a big part of it is witnessing. And this excerpt I want to read and share with you from this book is entitled Witnessing. True listening is free of judgment. If someone says, I did such and such, and it was bad, if we agree with them, we weren't listening. We need to ask, really, to encourage both of us to look again. If the other person says it was good, we also need to ask, really. When we inquire in this way, we'll turn to our own heart for answers. If you tell me that you and your partner don't love each other anymore, and I nod in agreement, I'm not listening. I'm just a recording device, repeating what you said, and I need to listen again. Listening is witnessing, not judging. When we prejudge, we suffer. Our life becomes a self-referential loop, and we're unable to pay attention to anyone or anything else. We can't see or hear, to pay attention to anyone or anything else. We can't see or hear what is really happening. Deep listening has no bias. The listener is free and able to hear whatever is being said. They don't reinforce others' belief or impose their own. If we just repeat another's words, we strengthen their beliefs without considering if they're true, whether they reflect something actually happening now. There is neither freedom nor kindness in perpetuating delusion. Listening is more than hearing. Deep listening frees us from an unexamined life. Our words usually come from concepts, images we have about the world and ourselves. When someone really listens to us, it shines light beneath the words and frees us from our notions. Being listened to penetrates our hearts and resets our perspective. It isn't a matter of time. Listening for an hour might not be enough, while listening deeply for a moment, free of concepts, can be life-changing. In exchanges like that, both parties are awakened. Isn't that beautiful? Listening without judgment, listening not to affirm, but to hold space as a witness, right? To understand what's beneath the surface. And a big part of the practice is to understand our monkey mind, right? To break the pattern of the NST, as Thich Nhat Hanh sometimes calls it, non-stop thinking, the chatter, incessant, going. When do we get a break to examine it? Instead of being so caught up in what it's saying or the ways we're viewing the world, projecting outward. And when we get to stop and pause, we can see beneath the surface to understand ourselves and our world more deeply. And that's why I'm so passionate about mindfulness and meditation, why I'm an advocate for it, and always in search of new avenues to access a mindful state of being, which is a large part of what I do here. Because I've found, many of you ask me, how are you so peaceful? And it's essentially mindfulness. Getting to sit with my notions, my judgments, the way I view the world, the way I view others, and recognize when I'm creating suffering for myself, where I'm not serving my community or others well, right? And maybe if you're like me, you have the pattern of people-pleasing or hyper-responsibility or not being authentic, right? So many of us are learning about, through the work of Gabor Mate and so many others, that we've been in a pattern of trading our authenticity for attachment, right? We pretend, and that's where the nodding comes in, right? So it's not assuming either way, but really listening to see what's before you. And in his example, he talks about being present, listening as a witness to another. But in order to be able to do that well, you have to first be able to listen and witness what's happening within you. And meditation allows us to tap into our meta-awareness, meaning we are aware of our thinking, right? We're not processing all the things that are coming to mind, like maybe for you, things about sounds or the colors that you're seeing on the screen, but rather behind the thinking, the judgments and the stories I'm telling, from where are they coming? And from what parts of my journey am I using old experiences and projecting them onto now, right? And when we get our time to turn back inward, right? And notice those patterns, there's a real beauty in resting and accepting what's happening. And often just sitting in that stillness, in that space, we gain new insight. Right? New insight. Oh, this is what I learned from my childhood. This rigid belief that all people that look this way, or think this way, or dress this way, have to be exhibiting these qualities. When that's just a story. It's not a necessarily finite truth, right? And we have many of those all over our psyche and our subconscious mind. And they get established really early on, by the time we're about 7. And that becomes our default mode network, our default way of looking at the world. But the beauty of the practice is that when we meditate and reflect on these, we get an opportunity to break those neurons that fire and wire together in that pattern and create new connections, ones that allow for more spaciousness within ourselves and within our connections. So this morning, since it is World Meditation Day, I want to take about 20 or 30 minutes here, if you have some time, to guide you through meditation. This is something I do in the Beautiful Souls community almost daily, a mindfulness community that I host. And I play guitar and lead you through a meditation practice. And so I wanted to offer that to you guys today, if that resonates for you. And we'll spend some time just connecting to our breath, do a quick body scan, and then create a little space to witness what's happening within us. We always connect to our heart energy that allows us the capacity to be held in unconditional love and witness whatever's coming up for you, whatever's alive within you, as Kwong Lu was talking about in his book, Wait, without prejudging it as bad or good, but just noticing it's there and being with it and seeing what arises when you are in a non-polarized state with your inner world. So we'll do that, and then we always end with a bit of metta, loving kindness. This is practicing love for yourself and the collective, all beings everywhere. So if that resonates, I invite you to get comfortable wherever you are. You can sit, or if you're walking, you can walk, or just listen if you have other things going on and you might be at work or something like that. But participate as much as you can and allow yourself to witness what comes up for you. Allow your eyes to gently close. Savoring a low belly breath in. Settle into your body. And as you exhale, settle your body into your seat. Another deep breath in. And allow this breath to lengthen your spine. Envision the crown of your head being lifted by a thread of love, as your tailbone is rooted by the same love into your seat. Lifted by a thread of love, as your tailbone is rooted by the same love into your seat. Exhale to a posture of dignity and peace. One more low belly breath now. And loosen your grip on life. Let go of any fear, worry, or anxiety. You can have all that back after the practice. Exhale and arrive right here and now. Continuing now to breathe at your own pace, in your own way. Notice your body's natural way of being, the nuance in your breath, the length of the in-breath and out-breath, the placement of the breath in your body. Is it higher in the chest or lower in the belly? The lightness or heaviness of your breath, as well as the depth or shallowness of the breath. Turning your awareness to the rest of the body. Do a self-guided body scan. Tuning in to any sensations of tension, ease, strength, tenderness, and everything in between. And with the support of your breath, offer your body nurturing, compassionate awareness. Give yourself an energetic hug, allowing the body to soften and relax. And we'll be right here for the next 2 minutes, breathing, connecting, and nurturing the body. Now present to the body and the breath. We offer sincere gratitude to the body and the breath for all the ways they hold us in each and every moment. And now with a low belly breath in, breathe into your heart space. Become present to all thoughts, feelings, and emotions that are alive within you. Listen deeply, without judgment or labeling. Witness your inner realm as a work of art, full of color, tone and timbre, vibration, texture. We'll be right here for the next 2 minutes, breathing and witnessing our hearts. connected to your breath and softening any resistance. And now present to the heart, in a state of openness. Receive a low belly breath in. Allow your heart to open even wider. Exhale and soften any resistance or doubt or judgment. And now we ask our heart one question. Dear heart, what's in my blind spot? Again, the question is, dear heart, what's in my blind spot? Not trying to answer from the ego, just holding this question in your awareness, allowing the answer to find you. Sometimes your heart, your intuition, speaks audibly, visually, or in sensations. Whatever the case, just breathe and hold the space. And we'll be right here for the next 2 minutes. And now holding the heart's reply with an open hand. Sometimes the responses are clear, sometimes they're unclear. In either case, no judgment. We stay connected to the breath and offer sincere gratitude to the heart for all the ways the heart holds us throughout every experience. Joyous, light, or heavy and shadowed. The heart's love is greater than it all. And now with a low belly breath in, allow pure love and kindness to arise in your heart. And think of someone who you care for deeply, and your affection for them. And feel that frequency. Feel how open and bright it is. The freedom from conditions. Love that cleanses and clears. And now, I'm going to practice offering that love to all beings. First, we'll start with ourselves. And then we'll offer this same love to all beings everywhere. Remembering that we all suffer in this life. That we all have misunderstandings from time to time and challenges that are beyond our control. But our shared humanity is one of our greatest strengths. So we remember it now and honor each one as valuable and worthy. So repeating after me, repeat these following phrases. May I be happy. May I be healthy in body, mind, and spirit. May I take care of myself wisely. May I be safe and protected. May I be peaceful and at ease. Now I want you to envision all of the 8 billion and counting souls in human form all over the world at all stages of life. Envision all of the other animals on land, air, and sea. Envision all of the plant life, the flora, the fauna, the fungi. Envision our entire planet and the cosmos. And every being, even in the great beyond. repeating after me. Envision this love and kindness being sent in all directions to all beings, creating a web of love and connection. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy in body, mind, and spirit. May all beings take care of themselves wisely. May all beings be safe and protected. And may all beings be peaceful and at ease. Now we'll spend the last minute of this meditation resting in this place of love and kindness, honoring where we are today in our journey with grace and compassion, without judgment, and remembering our interconnectedness. And in this last minute, it's a great time to set a conscious intention for the energy you want to embody today and offer yourself and the world. Staying connected to your breath, gently allowing your eyes to open. Placing the palms of your hands together over heart center. The love, light, and truth within me honors the love, light, and truth within you. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you all for showing up to this practice, holding space for your heart and all of our hearts in this journey. It's a real gift. I appreciate you too. Oh, you want to know about the retreat in September? Sure. For the last 2 years, it'll be the third year, I've been collaborating, co-creating a space to return to our creative essence, something we call the creative essence. And we do that through retreat. But also we've been doing monthly webinars for the last few months, and we'll continue to do so until September. But our creative essence is essentially remembering our inherent wisdom, not just within us as individuals, as we tapped into by tuning into the layers beneath our monkey mind, back into our inherent inner knowing, inner wisdom, but also seeking the same in nature around us, right? Breaking the pattern of hyper-individualism and our consumerism and capitalism, but returning to our interdependence, right? Noticing how all systems work together, right? None of us would be here without nature, the earth, and recognizing the beauty in how the diversity of nature works so well, right? Nature doesn't isolate one species, right? In rows, we do that. And we have to add more nutrients to the ground. Rather, nature makes space for everyone. And as I look around, I see different trees and ferns and plants all growing right next to each other. And they all offer something to the ecosystem, right? Whether they are nitrogen-fixing plants, or they bring pollinators in, or fruit, or they repel insects to protect the other plants so that they can grow healthy and strong. And it's about returning to that way of thinking and being in the world, seeing your mission as a part of the collective mission. Where do you fit in the ecosystem within your community, not just within your personal life of getting enough to survive today, but creating and aligning with your individual purpose in a way that supports the whole. And so it's really beautiful. I'll be sharing, of course, mindfulness meditation practices, connecting to our inner knowing. And we have 3 other teachers. One's a researcher, another's a permaculturist who is going to inspire us with learning about the earth in a deeper way and how things work together. And we also have a yogi who's going to help us with connecting to our bodies, right? Seematicizing our wisdom. So it's a holistic kind of way of being, right, that our ancestors knew well, and in our modern world we get too disconnected from. So that'll be happening at the end of September, the 25th through the 29th. And in the next week or so, we'll be opening up for registration. So if you want to learn more about it, I'll be the first to receive that information. You can join my mailing list at my website, asoulcalledjoel.com, like you see it here. Also, since it is Mental Health Awareness Month, I have 4 different meditation journeys that I've created over the last few years that are available on my website, and they're all 50% off until the end of the month. You can find out about those. There's one called The Heart of Authenticity, Returning to an Authentic Way of Being, and another called Calm and Connected. And they're all meant to help bring you back home to yourself, wherever you are in your journey. The retreat is in person, and the courses are pre-recorded online for you to access at your own pace and timing. So, yeah, it's in person. Did I say where it is? Northern California for the retreat. Casadero. It's a beautiful 700-acre parcel of land that's maintained and stewarded by an organization named Terravana. And they do this kind of work. They host foster children. They have all kinds of camps and musical experiences and meditative experiences, and they have farms there. So a lot of beautiful things happening in that space. And we're planning on ending, actually, we're about 30 minutes from the coast, there, the Pacific coast, with a morning hike and meditation along the coastline. So it'll be a really, really beautiful experience, and I hope we'll be able to connect with those who resonate and support your journey. So I hope that answers your questions there. Also, I'll share that the Beautiful Souls community is something I host virtually, and we meet every morning at 7:30, and we try to create space for people to connect in different ways. So, of course, there's seated meditation. I've got a few other teachers that teach. So, another meditation teacher, her name's Sybil Heim. She's been a member of the community for a few years. She's amazing. She offers her perspectives on the weekly themes. Like right now, our theme is Earth-centered stability for this week. And so on Mondays, I offer the new theme and a meditation practice. Of course, this week it was centered around grounding and how to connect to the earth, even if you can't be outside, like most of us can't be all the time. And then we have yoga or qigong on Wednesdays. And the journaling practice is meant to help us still maintain the meditative space while being creative and connecting within. And then as we get into the weekend, it's a bit more instilling those beliefs within you. So on Friday is an affirmation practice centered around the theme. Saturday is a silent integration contemplation space. We are very intentional about opening to what wants to settle and integrate in the subconscious mind by just having space. There's so much that happens underneath the surface, and we don't honor that enough. And finally, Sunday is a sound bath, healing sound bath regarding themes. So an opportunity to ritualize and cleanse and clear whatever's coming up. In the sound bath, I am just playing guitar, talk for about 5 minutes, and we just hold space for each other, just to be in the same frequency, our unified intention. And that's 7:30 Central Standard Time. So I'm in that time zone right now, and it's about 9 a.m. So an hour and a half earlier than whatever time it is for you right now. And if that timing doesn't work, which for most of our members, frankly, it doesn't, because it's a global community, and we're all over the map with our timing. Everything is recorded, and it's held in an archive on the site only for community members. And right now there's over 1,000 different meditations and sound baths and workshops. There's also a monthly workshop. And on Saturdays, this is the real gold of the community, I think, is we have the opportunity to talk. So it's a group coaching where we're all live via Zoom and sharing what's coming up for us around these themes, around our personal worlds, our curiosities regarding meditation and spirituality. And we get to talk, right? So you can ask me and you get a response, or some of the other members, and it's beautiful to see how others hold other members in their most tender life experiences, and feeling safe to share and be vulnerable and cultivate that strength that many of them are taking into their personal worlds with their relationships with family and friends and coworkers. So it's really beautiful. The community is it's a monthly subscription. You can quit anytime, cancel anytime if it's not resonating. But I encourage you to stay for at least a full season, because the full benefits of meditation usually don't start showing up until about 6 weeks to 8 weeks in. And then you'll start to realize how things shift in your world. And it's $39 a month. And if you pay annually, it's cheaper. I think it's closer to $30 a month. So those are the options. And it's been beautiful, so beautiful to witness some of our members after a few months share how things that used to really trigger them or enrage them, now they happen in their world. And they're grounded and peaceful. Doesn't mean they like what's happening, but they're not losing themselves when it happens. They maintain their grounded awareness, right? And that's the gift of this practice, right? That's the gift of this practice. Just as you sit, right, a couple of minutes throughout today's meditation and stay present to any tender emotions or big feelings or shadows, that becomes second nature anytime those things come up, right? None of us are taught that. We immediately go to resistance, which actually makes those emotions last longer and get bigger, because we don't allow ourselves to witness the beauty of those experiences. I say beauty because there's beauty in our suffering and sorrow that point us to the things that really matter to us. There's great wisdom there if we can stay out of judgment and immediately decide it's wrong just because it's uncomfortable, right? And see it as life giving us the opportunity to overcome our limited thinking and embody greater peace and wisdom and freedom, ultimately. That's what meditation really is. It's a pathway to inner liberation, freedom from your own notions that aren't serving you well. So, there's the 3 opportunities that are available for you. The meditation courses that are half off at my website until the end of the month. The retreat that's coming up in September that we'll be sharing in the next week or 2, opening the registration for. Please sign up for my mailing list. And the Beautiful Souls community. And that registration opens once a quarter. We try to align with the seasons and the shifts, but we also want to be very intentional. We don't want people coming in and out too frivolously, right? So give people time to think about if this is aligned for them, tune into their wisdom, and then you know that the last week of every season. So this is, the last week of spring is June 14th. So June 14th through the 20th or 21st is when registration will open for summer, and then it'll close, and we won't have any new members coming in until the end of summer for the fall. So if that resonates, all that's available at my website, asoulcalledjoel.com. I highly, highly encourage it. Cultivating a meditative practice. It's done wonders for me and so many others, and I hope that it'll do the same for you. Thank you all for joining me on this World Meditation Day. I hope that our time together has been fruitful for your journey and felt supported. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Be well, beautiful souls. Much love and light.